Welcome back YouTube. This time I'll be making a tutorial for the people that want to do this for themselves, and I'll give some a quick explanation here and there, and I hope you'll be doing this as soon as possible. I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. I might make another tutorial here where we will go into more detail into using more functions, but this is basically what you need. Alright, we're gonna grab a picture here from NASA. You might know this one from my videos. And the first thing you notice in this image, it's absolutely horrible. This is what they give you, this is our problem, and this is how we fix it. Now in Photoshop, you got this layer. Before we start, you always want to keep the original layer so you can check on yourself. It's important to check on yourself. Nothing more to add there. Now let's go to filter, keep that new layer selected, go to blur, field blur. And this is highly suspicious, but it's always 2 pixels. Now you can see the difference? It's rendering live for you. Now it's absolutely horrible. We'll do 1, you still see it's horrible. We go to 2 and it's perfect. This is what you want. Later on when we will start using the sharpen tool, it will help the sharpen tool a lot. Now I'll give you a quick example. I think I haven't tested this out before I started doing this, and it starts to sharpen the image artifacts. That's not what you want, right? So let's blur this up again, and now it's absolutely amazing. Just the difference in picture. See? Boom, it looks, this is like the image it should be. Let's go to the next step before I bore you to death. Tutorials are not always that fun, I know, but it's highly, but you know, the reward is quite exciting and it's really cool. Alright, I got a layer here, I got it selected, and in this image, you know, because normally I'd throw in here, I'd go here, selective color, remove about 50% on the red. Well, we could do that right now, but this image is already looking really nice. I'd say just leave the colors as they are in this image, but for the sheer purpose of showing you, now go to image, adjustment, shadow and highlight. You don't have to do this this much. I even do 150% on regular occasions, but that's just me offline. So now you'll be thinking, hey, crazy. Here's the thing. Keep the shadow here, look at it, and click on it, and it removes a lot of shadow. Now it'll be a lot more clear in a second here. Alright, so you see that? Just click hue and saturation. Now remember to keep this monitor what is selected here and on what layer you are. Now you might still be thinking, you know, it's crazy. Let's go to the upper layer, levels, press Alt once, bring it back down. Now you might be thinking there's something wrong with the color here, but you don't want to use too much level because you're kind of, I'm not saying exactly, but kind of reverting back to the how the image was with shadows. Now I just said kind of, so don't take that too seriously. I have to keep this video as simple as possible. Now we're getting back here. As you can see, the color, everything is really nice equalized there. Do press Alt, you know, always. You just want to keep it simple for yourself. I bet you by the end of this video you'll be hunting anomalies in the thousands. So you do want to keep it as simple as possible for yourself. Now this is really the steps I'm showing you here. They work on almost every single image, and that's what I like about this one. Make a new group here, a folder, 1, 2, 3. Keep your left control pressed, so you can select whatever you want to do, and we'll grab that one as well, drop it in the group. Now this is really easy for you later on as well. Now it's easier for you to compare. Now as you can see, this area here looks a lot better. This area here has a lot more detail. You wouldn't be able to make anything out of it, and there's no magic happening here. It's just showing what already was in the image. Never forget that. It's just making it easier for your eyes to see through all the rubbish that they've thrown in on this image. I mean, look at this quality, all this weird pixelation and stuff is going on there. And now you can see a lot easier. Now you really want to find some anomalies? That's just basically how it works. Now, because you don't have the program, you see this a lot. I use this program in my videos, now I have a reason for that. But let's use it without. Right click here, make a new one. You always want to keep your original layers. If something goes wrong, it's just a lot easier. You just want to return back and see what you were doing before, what the effects were doing, and there's a ton of reasons why you should do that. But I must say, I am absolutely addicted in backups. I'm absolute backup junkie. Now right, got the new layer selected. Filter, sharpen, smart sharpen. That's exactly what we want. Now we'll go with any setting here for the moment, and you can see it has sharpened up. It's really easy. That's what I'm talking about. You can just go back and forward to see what's going on. Now you can see that sharpen tool mainly makes all the lines pop out, and that's exactly what you want. Now I'll make another quick example here. Don't follow me on this one. I'll grab here the normal sharpen tool, keeping my mouse button pressed, and even if I overuse this tool, the sharpening, the lines are fine. And that's what you want to have. You want the lines to pop out, you want to analyze the lines. Now that was a quick demonstration now of the sharpen tool. We got a dodge tool here. As you can see, you can equalize an area by color. You can remove shadows with them. You can look literally underneath a rock. But because you're using shadow and highlights, I don't use that a lot. I would use it here, for example, a bit. As you can see, I made it a bit too strong. Be cautious about this as well. Made an entire video where it was at 100%, so that's quite unfortunate. Always keep things at 50% if you want to adjust it. If you're just starting, I'd recommend for you to use 20%. But either way, 50% is fine as well. See what you like, everyone's different. And where were we? Alright, we've sharpened up the image here. And as I can see by the image artifact, we can do some extra things to the image. We'll sharpen it a bit more up. Filters, sharpen, smart sharpen. Always getting confused with this one and this one. Anyways, we'll do exactly what we've done here. It should double up. Alright. Now you can clearly see what's going on there. Now because I had used in the first place, you say this is absolute rubbish here. But once your eyes get used to this, you could make out lines a lot easier, a lot faster. Look at this. There's something here like a circle. I can see a circular line going like this. Let's go back. I did not see this before. But now we do see. Alright, now this is absolute rubbish. Now what you do now is exactly what we did in the beginning. You see all kind of things going on, all these crazy pixels and things that NASA has done to the image are starting to pop out a lot more. Now you just go back to filter, keep that layer selected. Always keep an eye on your layers, because even I make that mistake as well. Every person that is using Adobe programs has had that problem many times. Alright, I think it looks nice. Alright, we're back. Now what sense does it make to blur something, sharpen and blur back? Well, like I said, sharpen is a tool that will bring out the lines a bit more to the foreground, and that's exactly what you want. But you want to keep it for your eyes easy as well. Now I'm going to show you. We're going to make a comparison here, how it was in the beginning. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. All this area is completely exposed, the entire area. And that's basically it. That's what you do. Now you want to do the background as well. So we got a group here. We'll do that as a bonus, and we'll just show you how the dodge tool and the burn tool and the inversion works. So right, we got our nice group here. And what we want to do is right click on this group before we go any further. Duplicate group. Right click and merge group. Alright, now we've merged all these effects, all these images here. I got this one unclicked, so it will go automatically for this one. And remember, when you're working with layers, the above layer is the master layer. This layer does not recognize this layer because it's beneath this layer. That's just how it works, and I really like it. It's just literally stacking effects on top of each other. Now, alright, we got this group copy. Now, why did I do that? Because I want the mountain area. Alright, we grab the mountain area with the selection tool here. Press Ctrl C, press Ctrl V. We just roll that way. I know there are a lot different methods on how to do this, but that's just the way how I work. You'll see you get your own unique working way when you start doing anomalies. That's of course no problem. That's a good thing. It's a sign that you're starting to feel yourself comfortable in Photoshop. So you'd say, what the hell are you doing? Well, it's basically this. I kind of, let's roll like this so you see that this is the original layer, and this is what we've made essentially. Alright, we go here, we'll invert it, and because it is a background, it's really tricky to do this in the background. Now I would like to have another blur here. Filter, blur, fill blur. Now this doesn't matter, the top here, where it's really blurry, but it's all about this area here where we are trying to focus on. Might do a free one here. Background is free, I believe, in NASA Pictures, and I'll definitely roll with free. Alright, we got this one again. Keep this one selected. We'll go once more into the sharpen area here. Smart sharpen, and hit it. I'll duplicate another time here. We can hit it another time. Let's see. Now I've got it really set on, you know, easy, relaxing, sharpen it, not too much. I'm doing this step by step. I like what I'm seeing here. We could have done, of course, a lot better job, but this is a tutorial. I'm trying to keep it simple. So we got the don't need this layer anymore. I will keep it for the sake of it. Now, because you're in the inverted mode, click on this layer, click here, and the burn tool. We'll grab the burn tool because we're inverted. White becomes black, black becomes white. Normally the burn tool adds black around edges, objects, around pixels. I'm trying to keep it simple, but burn tool adds black in an image, and now it adds white. So we see. When you have a dark spot here, you can change that and grab a better look at it. Really nice to do that. We got a sharpen tool here. We'll just start sharpening stuff up here. Just a tad, not too much, as you can see. And you can already see like shapes popping out. Now those lines were already there before sharpening up, before doing anything to the image. Now backgrounds in particular are really strange, very suspicious. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a longer time, you know exactly what we're talking about. Now alright, what shall I demonstrate next? Well, let's pop in a brightness and contrast here. As you can see, lowering brightness increases brightness here because we're inverted mode. And let's check out just a demonstration here. I really like what I'm seeing here, by the way. Alright, and that's exactly what you want to see. When we go to the original one, you go here. The dodge tool is an important tool as well, and like I said before, it will make things lighter. Don't forget to select your layer. You've seen that. It always happens, no matter who you are. See? And those are the tools that you really need to uncover anomalies. You don't need anything, but don't get me wrong, it's a lot easier for the eyes, and it's a lot easier to spot anomalies in there. So it's quite important. Well, not too bad of a result here. Okay. Now let's check out because we've kind of equalized the image now, and it's a lot brighter on the back and a lot brighter in the front. It looks like that mountain or ridge thing or whatever you'd like to call it is a lot closer to the rover than you thought before. Optical illusion, make your own thoughts about that. Hope you like the tutorial. This is quite a head start on how to do things. Yeah, let me know if you need to know anything. This program here, it's my favorite. I'll demonstrate you quickly how I roll with this. It's I think that the result is a lot better. It saves me a lot of time. I just have a couple of sliders here, really easy. The result is extraordinary. I think it's worth the $150. It has helped me a lot, and not just in the Anomalies itself, but it helps me with different projects as well. Even though I'm mainly a programmer, I still use Photoshop or the other programs regularly, mostly Fireworks and Illustrator. Well, I really like this. I really like this program. Once you've worked with the Smart Sharpen and you're a bit used to Photoshop, you understand how valuable this tool is. It helps me a lot. Now, again, you see a crazy setting here, but you know, look at this triangle. It just makes those shapes a lot more clear. You want to find those lines, and they go really easy on the image, step by step, yeah, like you've seen here. You don't want to overdo things. And I hope you liked the video. Hope you've learned something. Let me know in the comment section if you need anything else. Ask me anything you want, and I'll post a link to this awesome plugin. There's a 30-day trial if you'd like to try it in your Photoshop. That's possible. And if you want to buy it, it costs $150, I think. Maybe you can buy, for example, the output shot here separately. I don't know if you can buy Sharpener Pro 3 separately. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. Hope I've learned you something. Let me know if I've inspired you to start doing this in Photoshop as well. I've been showing basic steps on how to achieve a better image result for as long as I can remember, and I haven't heard actually anyone trying to duplicate what I'm doing here. So let me know, and comments, thumbs up, subscribers, always welcome. Have a nice evening then. Have a nice day, evening, no matter where you're from, and I wish you the best. Go to filter, keep that new layer selected, go to blur, field blur. And this is hardly suspicious, but it's always 2 pixels. Now you can see the difference. It's rendering live for you. Now it's absolutely horrible. We'll do 1, you still see it's horrible. We go to 2 and it's perfect. This is what you want. Later on, when we're gonna grab a picture here from NASA. You might know this one from my videos. And the first thing you notice in this image, it's absolutely horrible. This is what they give you. This is our problem, and this is how we fix it. Now in Photoshop, you got this layer. Before we start, you always want to keep the original layer so you can check on yourself. It's important to check on yourself. Nothing more to add there. Now let's and now it's absolutely amazing. Just the difference in picture. See? Boom! It looks. This is like the image it should be. Let's go to the next step before I bore you to death. Tutorials are not always that fun, I know, but it's highly what you know. The reward is quite exciting and it's really cool. Alright, we got a layer here. Got it selected, and in this image, you know, because welcome back YouTube. This time I'll be making a tutorial for the people that want to do this for themselves, and I'll give a quick explanation here and there, and I hope you'll be doing this as soon as possible. I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. I might make another tutorial here where we will go into more detail into using more functions, but this is basically what you need. But when we will start using the sharpen tool, it will help the sharpen tool a lot. Now I'll give you a quick example. I think Haven't tested this out before I started doing this. And it starts to sharpen the image artifacts. That's not what you want, right? So let's blur this up again. And